Founded by the European Union, the program IPA Floods and Fires has been implemented by a consortium composed of 4 national civil protection authorities, 1 regional fire rescue brigade, and 2 foundations, with 7 beneficiary partners in the Western Balkans and Turkey. IPA-FF has fueled regional cooperation and exchange of good practices. On the one hand, the collaboration with civil protection agencies and many other stakeholders supported the improvement of flood risk management capacity, fostered the adoption of the EU Floods Directive, and the institutional coordination necessary for its implementation. On the other, the program has worked to improve prevention, preparedness, and capacity to respond to forest fires risk at national, regional, and EU level.
In IPA-FF, we integrate regional perspective with partner-specific solutions. Partners played an active role throughout the program. Actions were designed, developed, refined based on partners' needs and existing capacities.
The action unraveled through 7 work packages divided into 2 components.
The component 1 worked on flood risk, with a specific objective to improve the legal and institutional framework in view of the implementation of the European Flood Directive. It also aimed at improving early warning systems to prevent floods and to face them.
The work package strengthened the flood risk mapping planning capacity through the identification and sharing of best practices and partners' involvement in practical activities. It also included the identification of mechanisms for an effective drafting, implementation and monitoring of flood risk management plans through pilot case studies in 7 municipalities, 1 per partner.
We learned really a lot during this program and a lot from our common practices. And we achieved so many results and progress towards the alignment of national and local flood risk management plans with European Union flood and water directives.
Through collaborative workshops, country visit and exchange, it was possible to gain valuable insights to learn the past emergencies and better prepare our communities for the challenges ahead.
The next step started with the identification of gaps and constraints for the implementation of transboundary flood risk management plans.
We have delved into the importance of dialogue and cooperation between partners to develop common transboundary flood risk management plans and the necessity to link agreements and treaties to flood plans and other planning documentations.
To top up the action, the work package experts could work to facilitate the establishment of multinational river basin councils and authorities.
Regional and national meetings underlined how fostering partnerships and breaking down barriers can reinforce our overall resilience against the threat of floods.
Our work package focused on integrating early warnings into emergency response plans at central and local level. By improving a multi-level, multi-sectorial governance of an early warning, early action system, we are able to better anticipate, mitigate the impacts and respond to floods events.
The consortium experts planned interactive trainings to develop tabletop exercises. Together with local delegates, they defined the minimum requirements for integrating early warning system in response plans and definition of early warning system integration toolkit. A flagship publication was issued after this highly qualified work.
IPA-FF helped us to facilitate the development of procedures and the coordination among responsible actors towards harmonization at regional level. It also provided 2 municipalities in Bosnia and Herzegovina with advanced equipment for monitoring floods and spreading public alerts, helping to prepare and coordinate for the protection of people, the environment and assets exposed to flood risk.
Component 2 addressed the development of tools for regional forest fire risk assessment. It designed in each of our Western Balkan partners a ground forest firefighting module, and these modules were later provided with personal and team equipment and received highly specialized trainings, and later were invited to join a field exercise altogether. All these activities were inspired by the high standards of the European Civil Protection Mechanism.
We provided scientific and technical support for assessing and mapping fire risks in the region, developing guidelines for forest fire risk assessment to improve action plans and management planning.
IPA FF experts based their work on the EU guidelines for disaster management, the priorities in the Sendai framework for disaster risk reduction, knowing that they provide a state-of-the-art reference at both partner-specific and cross-border level.
It is possible for us to test the tool specially designed for IPA FF, introducing local experts to the new technology and scientific knowledge.
The work package provided for the establishment of forest fighters modules by each partner, matching the requirements to work together in joint international operations. This entailed the development of standard operating procedures, a large, careful procurement of personnel and team equipment, and a program of highly specialized trainings, inspired by the Union Civil Protection Mechanism.
We work to provide technical support and intensive training so each of the newly established civil protection modules could improve as a team capable of deploying in regional international operations.
The operational training for GFF teams allow to test the equipment donated by the program and to prepare for the field exercise.
This work package addressed the capacities of the partners to plan for and conduct host nation support operations.
Our goal was an increased understanding of the key issues in HNS and cross-border deployments. We combined knowledge transfer, the exchange of good practices and lessons learned. We tried to strengthen the networks between the authorities, institutions concerned.
We had a good chance of learning more about host-nation support scenarios in the Western Balkans to discuss potential and tackle possible gaps. The 2023 earthquake in Turkey somehow demanded of us a huge upscale of its host-nation skills, gaining an experience that we are now ready to share with you.
The newly established modules needed a challenge to test their skills. A task force worked hard for one entire year to prepare this test, and eventually, a large forest fire simulation was realized in North Macedonia, with 8 modules working together for 3 days as a single team to face the situation.
It was jointly designed by partners in the consortium. We built a working group and held 2 tabletop exercises leading to a regional field exercise with established ground forest fires modules, laying the ground for the rapid and effective deployment in case of emergencies.
For the first time, North Macedonia hosted such an exercise, giving us an unprecedented opportunity to test our capabilities as a hosting country and together with IPA FF partners.
With this awareness-raising project, we targeted students of various ages. Participation was overwhelming, and it was really difficult to choose the best drawing. We are very confident that starting at young age to understand natural hazards is a crucial step to make society ready to prevent and face the threat of forest fire.
As we come to the close of this journey, let's look back at the path we traveled together. We navigated throughout the COVID period. We built trust and respect. We fostered successful networks and partnerships. We listened to each other. We turned challenges into opportunities. And we strengthened our floods and forest fire risk management capabilities.
DG ECHO, as founder of this regional program, contributed to strengthening of national capacities to manage flood and forest fire risks. The results of the program will impact the partners at regional level and will contribute to strengthen Union Civil Protection Mechanism as well.